How to escape the cycle. Your parents were trapped in. What if I told you your parents were never truly living, just surviving? What if I told you that the life they prayed for, worked for, and fought for was a trap? And what if you're walking into the same one? Sounds disrespectful, right? But hang on. Before you click away, consider this. How many of your parents' dreams actually came true? How many of their prayers changed the system? How many of their beliefs set them free? Let's go even deeper. Religion told them, suffering is holy. Tradition told them this is how it's always been. Society told them just be grateful. And fear kept them in check. And now, you're repeating it. You're not cursed, you're conditioned. Let's break it. Let's start with a little story. There was a woman who always cut the ends off her roast before putting it in the oven. One day her daughter asked why. She said, "Because my mom did it." They called Grandma. Grandma laughed and said, "I only did that because my oven was too small." That's how generational cycles work, doing things without questioning why. Your parents did what they could with what they had. Respect that, but don't repeat that. We inherited traditions that were meant to solve problems that no longer exist. Or worse, to survive systems that never served us. And now, you're trying to fit a 2025 dream into a 1970s mindset. Let's talk religion. Yes, we're going there. Your parents were told that to question is to sin, that to desire more is to be greedy, that to challenge what's written is to rebel. But the truth is, every great spiritual awakening began with a question. Jesus questioned the Pharisees. Muhammad questioned the cave voices. Buddha questioned suffering. And yet, you were taught to obey, not think, to fear, not feel, to follow, not lead. How many dreams were buried in church pews? How many talents died in silence, praying for God's time, when all along God was waiting on them? Let's look at the facts. Did you know that 70% of people are in the same financial situation as their parents, or worse? That's not a lack of ambition, that's inherited mindset. Many of our parents grew up in survival mode. Don't lose your job. Don't talk back, don't risk too much. That made sense back then. They had wars, colonization, dictatorships, no internet, limited options. But you have the whole world in your pocket, literally. So why are you still afraid to speak up? Why do you think money is evil? Why do you think rest is laziness? Why do you feel guilty for wanting more? Because their trauma became your blueprint. Here's where it gets personal. I once knew a guy, we'll call him Daniel. Brilliant guy, smart, creative, driven. But every time opportunity knocked, he hesitated. Why? Because growing up, he was taught that rich people are wicked, dreamers are unrealistic, and being too happy invites bad luck. Sounds silly until you realize many of us think the same. We self-sabotage because deep inside, we feel like we don't deserve better than our parents had. Like our success will somehow shame them. It won't. You breaking the cycle is the real honor to their sacrifice. Let's talk about the trap itself. The trap is routine disguised as righteousness. The trap is fear disguised as faith. The trap is endurance disguised as excellence. You were raised to survive. That's all your parents knew. But you weren't born to survive, you were born to evolve. Survival mode is supposed to be temporary. It's a place to pass through, not settle in. You want to know why you're tired, frustrated, unfulfilled? Because your soul is screaming for something more while your mind is shackled to, what will people say? That's the cycle. Let's add a little humor. Have you ever tried explaining your dreams to an uncle who still believes Facebook is the devil? Uncle, I want to be a content creator. A what? Better go and become a lawyer. Uncle, I want to start a YouTube channel. Ah, you will disgrace the family online. It's funny, but it's sad, because it reveals something deeper. They weren't allowed to dream outside survival, so when you do, it threatens their comfort. But that's not your prison, that's their past. Respect it, but don't recreate it. You can love your parents and still not live like them. You can honor them and still go beyond them. Breaking the cycle doesn't mean dishonoring the past. It means building on it. Your mom stayed in a toxic marriage for the kids. You are allowed to choose peace. Your dad worked 40 years for a job he hated for stability. You're allowed to create your own path. Your uncle gave up music because it doesn't pay. You're allowed to profit from your passion. Because your generation, you've seen the world. You've seen creators become millionaires. You've seen remote workers travel the globe. You've seen kids teach AI to adults. So, What's your excuse? Here's the truth. You won't escape the cycle by accident. You'll escape it by decision. You need to question your beliefs. Why do I think I need to suffer before I succeed? Why do I feel guilty when I rest? Why do I associate wealth with wickedness? Why do I downplay my wins? Every time you ask why, you loosen a chain. Every time you say no more, you take back control. Your parents prayed for a better life. You are that life. So stop trying to be them. Start becoming you. Now, let's get practical. Want to escape the cycle? Here's how. 1. Upgrade your inputs. What you watch, listen to, and read. Garbage in, garbage life. 2. Surround yourself with doers, not complainers. Your environment either fuels your fire or floods it. 3. Create, don't just consume. Your parents consumed instructions. You have the power to create outcomes. 4. Get therapy or mentorship. Break patterns by understanding them. 5. Be okay with being misunderstood. It's not rebellion, it's revelation. 6. Invest in yourself. Courses, books, skills. No one is coming to save you. And here's a truth bomb. If you keep doing what your parents did, you'll keep getting what your parents got. You can't escape a cycle by staying comfortable. Comfort didn't create airplanes, empires, or enlightenment. Discomfort did. You want to escape? Get uncomfortable, get curious, get bold. You don't need a miracle, you need a mindset shift. Let's talk about emotions. Some of you are crying. That's okay. Some of you are angry. That's good. Some of you are silent. That's growth. This is not an attack on your parents. It's an awakening for you. They did their best. But their best was based on fear, not freedom. You now have access to information, technology, resources, and communities that they could only dream of. Don't waste it. Rewrite the story. Let your children say, my parents were the ones who broke the curse. And yes, there will be guilt. Guilt when you surpass them. Guilt when you say no. Guilt when you choose yourself. Feel it. Then move anyway. They paid the price so you could make the choice. Use your voice, use your vision, use your time. They planted, you harvest. Don't die with dreams still inside you out of respect for people who never had the chance to chase theirs. The cycle stops with you. You are not here to repeat. You are here to reinvent. You are not here to settle. You are here to soar. You are not here to carry guilt. You are here to carry greatness. So go ahead. Start the business. End the toxic tradition. Challenge the fear. Break the silence. Heal the wound. Because when you heal, you don't just change your life. You change your bloodline. Final word. So, how do you escape the cycle your parents were trapped in? Simple. By realizing it wasn't your cage to begin with. You were born with wings. You've just been taught to crawl, but today, you fly. The cycle ends with you.